walking away. Your words are lost on me. It's taking everything not to turn around. Throw it away. See if you'll let go of me when you're not holding me. I can see it now. Hey, when I lose, but if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose
Nope.
it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this a long time. Lost in my head, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. I'm up all day, all night, replaying our last fight. Now in hindsight, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes. Everything was on the line. Didn't wanna be the one who had to say it. No, I can't rewind the time. Promise I'll put down my pride. Don't look back because I mean it when I say it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose this.
Lovely nights, paradise with your soul, pushing into mine. How could we be so done? To let's fall like that. Never drink, 'cause I know if I did, I'd call you every time. Baby, I'm a fool to let's fall like that. I know I'm not perfect, but you know that you'd rather be right next to me. All I want is asking at myself too. Think about you over and over again. I know I'm not perfect, but you know that you'd rather be right next to me. All I want is for us to be happy, but maybe we don't know what love is. 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 I know we were never perfect. Maybe that's just how it should